Memorial Stadium, 7:43 to play in the second quarter, and it's the Whitehouse Wildcats leading the Lions 14-13, but it's the Lions with the football and driving inside Whitehouse territory. The nose of the football now resting on about the 32.5-yard line, so third down and 3 for the Lions as they look to take the lead here in this game. It would be their first lead of the ball game if they can punch in a touchdown here. Devin Smith quickly out of the huddle, stretched out to the far side. Handoff, Terrence Williams inside the 30. Big gaping hole all the way down to the 25-yard line. So Terrence Williams with about 7.5 yards, to his credit, is going to give the Lions another first down.
Yeah, Terrence is running like he's got fresh legs tonight. Like I said, he had a little bit of an ankle injury a couple weeks ago against Lancaster, and we saw it a little bit against Waxahachie last week, but he is running tonight with a lot of speed hitting those holes.
Already with 195 yards rushing to the Ennis Lions on 18 carries. And there's a pass out here. Ball's caught 21-yard line, and to the 15 goes Devin Smith, and on that sideline getting out of bounds at the 14-yard line. So there's a pickup right there of about 11 yards. And again, back-to-back first downs for the Lions.
Yeah, good. This is what we talked about in the pregame. You wanted Ennis to make good, sustained drives, keep their offense on the field, keep that Wildcat offense with Mahomes off the field, and make good yardage and get down and put points on the board. And they're driving down now at the Wildcats' 14-yard line. Good drive here by the Lions.
Terrence Williams already with 100 yards rushing is going to get the handoff, and he's going to go behind the right side of his offensive line. A little bit tougher going here as Williams will get to about the 12-yard line. So we'll call it a pickup of a long 2. It'll be second down and 8 for the Lions.
Yeah, we've got another Ennis Lions lineman down right here. You've already seen Isaiah Santos go off the field earlier with an injury, and I don't know the severity of his injury, but now we've got another offensive lineman down, and he's in a lot of pain down there.
This kind of give you the tale of the tape, statistically speaking, Nick, on this ball game so far. With 7 minutes still to play before halftime, we've already had a total of 19 first downs in this football game. Ennis has 9 compared to Whitehouse's 10. Rushing and yardage, Ennis has 18 carries for 196 yards to Whitehouse's 7 carries and 8 yards rushing. Ennis is 5 out of 5 throwing the football as Brandon Adams. That certainly is a nice thing to see if you're a Lions fan. Whitehouse 11 out of 19 through the air. Passing yards for the Lions 34. For the Wildcats 157. There's been 2 punts for 31.50 average for the Wildcats. 1 turnover in the ballgame. That was against the Ennis Lions. Only 2 penalties, both of which have gone against the Ennis Lions. 2 penalties for 10 yards. Terrence Williams already, folks, 10 carries, 105 yards, and the touchdown. Ja'Shawn Johnson, by virtue of a fake punt, 1 carry, 66 yards, and a touchdown to lead the Lions' ground attack. For Whitehouse, throwing the football, Patrick Mahomes, 11 completions for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. We'll get to some other stats as we roll on here in the second quarter, but certainly at halftime we'll cover a lot more of that in depth. As second down and 7 for the Lions. Here's a pitch out to Terrence Williams trying the left side. He's going to spin off a tackle at the 10, and the big, long 6'2" Williams is going to stretch himself out and come down to about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, what you worry about right now is you've had 2 of your offensive linemen go down with leg injuries, and you're hoping you've got your backups coming now and continue. But it looks like Isaiah Santos is back in there playing. I could not get the number of the young man who was hurt a while ago on the field, so all we can do is see what Ennis does, and they're coming up to the line quickly.
Third down and 3. Devin Smith, the receiver, spread out. Handoff Terrence Williams. Hit at the line of scrimmage, but just driving those powerful legs forward, and he's inside the 4-yard line. And if he is inside the 4, that should give the Lions a first down and goal to go.
Good hard running in there by Terrence. He's really showing a lot of leg strength here. And like I said earlier, he's showing a lot of freshness in his legs, running the ball like he is. So, this week of practice with Coach Alvarez, he must have really lit a fire under this Ennis Lions offense.
So Terrence Williams, already over 100 yards, as we mentioned moments ago, is in the I-back formation behind Brandon Adams, 2 tight end set. Handoff, Nick Gabriel, was the I-back. And there is a penalty flag as Gabriel gets down to about the 1-yard line.
Looks like they're going to be an defensive offside right there on the Wildcats.
That's what Brandon Adams is signaling over to Coach Alvarez, saying, hey, guys, it's against them. And, indeed, the referee says, I agree, it will be offsides. So half the distance to the goal line is going to move it, we're thinking officially right around the 2-yard line.
But what a huge drive here from Ennis, starting down, and they're deep in their own territory with a fumble that would have to be recovered and making this drive going down here.
It's a good point. Avoiding the turnover, now looking to capitalize on that recovery. It's Nick Gabriel, 2 yards, touchdown. The Lions with their first lead of the ballgame.
And you can see the Ennis Lion faithful over there and the players, they're all excited because they're now taking a lead that we really need to see, that we haven't seen now in a lead for the Ennis Lions in a game and a half. So it's good to see this offense getting out here, clicking on cylinders, especially after it could have been a devastating turnover there, that they got the lucky bounce and got the ball back.
Now, a very important extra point right here, as the Lions already have not been able to succeed on one 2-point try. They'll try it again. I formation, this time faking it. Rolling out is the quarterback, Adams. He's going to throw it. It's going to be picked off in the end zone and tackled immediately. So the 2-point conversion attempt by way of the pass is no good. But with 5:33 to play in the second quarter, it's now Ennis 19, Whitehouse 14. Back with more Ennis playoff football when we return right after this.
If you place your hard-earned money into a bank, you should demand more in return than checking, savings, and loans. You deserve a bank that makes a difference in your life. Citizens National Bank of Texas does. Take education, for an example. CNB has awarded more than 624 year scholarships to Ellis County seniors since 1952. It has supported many Ennis ISD teacher, student, and Lion athletic programs. If you want a bank that gives back to your community, then you belong here at Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Ennis Lion Football on 106.9 The Ranch. And now, back to the game.
First lead of the ball game. The 2-point attempt was no good on the pass from Brandon Adams, intercepted in the end zone. But the Ennis Lions indeed leading this football game now, 19-14 with 5:33 to play in the second stanza.
Yeah, great drive there by Ennis, as we talked about earlier. Had the punt and almost fumbled it right there and got it back. And
here's a short kick from Sanchez to the 7 across the 10-15, and a nice job of kick coverage as the return man is going to be tackled at the 20-yard line. And by my notes here, the worst field position of this first half for Whitehouse, now 80 yards away from just trying to get some more points on the board themselves.
Yeah, great tackle there by Jake Turner, who knifed in and kept him from getting any real distance past that 20-yard line. So it's going to be good now to see what this Ennis line defense come up. They put good pressure on Mahomes. Let's see if they can continue to do that.
And as we've seen on just about every play, 4 wide receivers set, handoff up the middle, big hole, 25, 30, 35, 40, and out to about the 42. Again goes number 30, Vincent Dunning, with a very nice run out to the 42, a pickup of 22 yards.
Yeah, tackled out there way downfield by Ruben Speedy Gonzalez, but that's one thing of the spread, that if you can spread them out like that, you can have some success running the ball.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage, and quickly the same play. It's Dunning again, getting across the 46 and tripped up at the 47. A gain of 5 yards, second down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he's tackled down there by number 55, Ty Clark, but he still got 5 yards on the play, and that's really what you do not want to see is your defensive lineman making tackles 5 yards down the field.
And we have some movement, and now Mahomes thinking he's got a free play. He's going to throw it out to Cantrell, but a nice job by Terrell Hearn breaking that one up. Now, we'll see if Mahomes is correct in his thinking, because there's no doubt in my mind he went ahead and ran that play thinking, I've got a freebie. That's going to be offsides against the Lions. But let's see what the head referee indicates here, as he's going to turn on his crowd mic. He is going to say offsides against the Lions. So Mahomes, he kind of knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, he kind of knew what he was doing. Make a good hard count right there, and drew, the nose tackle and the defensive end offsides right there. there. So, probably a little. It's really going to be close. They're looking at right now. Looks like they're going to call it second down, and like we said a while ago, very short.
Yeah, he's short, and it's less than about 4 inches, it looks like, from here. Second down and an impressive-looking drive thus far for the Wildcats. And there's a handoff, big hole, ripping up across the 40, further inside line territory down to the 39, and that second and short very quickly turns into now a new set of downs. First down and 10 from the Ennis line, 39-yard line.
Run down by Ruben Speedy Gonzalez right there, but they're making good yardage on running the ball right now.
Mahomes looking over the Ennis line defense, and he's going to throw the go route. He's got Cantrell, makes a beautiful diving catch. Dylan Cantrell making the catch down to the 11-yard line, 28 yards on that hookup from Mahomes to Cantrell.
Yeah, Cantrell just laid out there, and Mahomes put it only where his wide receiver could get to it, because he had Ja'Shawn Johnson coming hard to the receiver, and if that ball hangs up any longer, Ja'Shawn has a shot at it.
Mahomes at the line of scrimmage with Dunning in the backfield. Mahomes is looking to throw again. He's rolling. Now he's got some pressure. Can he get away? Now he's just going to throw it down. He had a receiver in the proximity or vicinity there, number 6, Coleman Patterson, but he was under a lot of duress from number 44 for the Ennis Lions, Kuhn, along with, it looked like number 54 was also there applying some heat, Nate Allen.
Yeah, they're showing they can get pressure, but Mahomes got rid of the ball right there, and the crowd was wanting for a roughing the passer, but now, he got hit as he released the ball, so there's no really penalty there, and that's what the referee was telling Mahomes, come on, hey, this is football, you're going to get hit.
So with that incompletion, second down and 10 from the 11-yard line with 4:18 to go. And for the first time tonight, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff, big hole on the left side, number 23, a fumble on the play. Who got him back? There was a strip, and my goodness, the Lions looked like they were going to get the football, but Whitehouse gets it back. On that carry was number 23, Colby Campbell, and he got inside the 5-yard line, Nick, and you saw the Lions go for the strip, and they stripped the football, but Whitehouse was able to pounce back on it.
Yeah, Malik Jenkins made a great strip right there, and if it's not for the center being Kyle Battles down there in the field, they do not recover that ball.
Handoff from the 3-yard line to the goal line, and touchdown for Whitehouse. Is that number 16 there? Number 18, Dominic Hawley.
That's number 18, Dominic Hawley. Just ran it right off right tackle there and got into the end zone.
So Whitehouse very quickly storming back to regain the lead as we await the point after attempt.
Yeah, they made a good drive because they started the ball on their own 21-yard line and drove the ball down, primarily running the ball and one big throw right there to Cantrell.
We have a timeout on the field, and perhaps Whitehouse is going to think about whether they want to go ahead with the kick or try for 2 themselves. Right now with 3:45 to go, it is 20-19, and you think about this, the 2-point conversion takes you out to a 3-point advantage, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Randy McFarland and his Wildcats do here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, it is, because they've proven they're going to spread the ball out and run the ball in situations that they have to. So, right down here, you wouldn't think of running a real spread offense right here because it's so vulnerable with short yardage. But, they've made big plays when they needed to. It's going to be interesting to see what he calls right here. If it was me coaching, I'd probably just kick the extra point, go, 3:45 left before halftime, have that 2-point lead going into halftime, and getting your defense to try to make a stop on the Ennis Lions on this next possession they get and keep them out of the end zone before halftime.
So back on the field come the Wildcats, and they will be looking to kick the extra point. Number 10, Jake Parker, to do the holding for the Wildcats. Destin Wilkins to try to tack on the PAT. There's the snap back, and Wilkins is going to put his foot in it. And the kick looks good, and it is. So, again, with 3:45 to play before intermission, it is now the Whitehouse Wildcats 21, the Ennis Lions 19. We'll be right back with more live football right after this.
Eat well at the Firehouse Grill in Ennis. Firehouse Grill has an amazing menu with steak, seafood, salads, wraps, and for dessert, Holly's Snicker Pie. Firehouse Grill caters everything from weddings to backyard get-togethers. Voted best of the best American food by the Ennis Daily News. Check their Facebook page for daily specials. Firehouse Grill is putting hometown and high class all under one roof. Only at Firehouse Grill in downtown Ennis. Firehouse Grill supports Ennis football. Go Lions! This is Ennis Lions football on 106.9 The Ranch. Stay tuned for updates and scores from across the Golden Circle. And now, back to the game.
A very impressive drive by the Whitehouse Wildcats, marching down the field of some 80 yards, culminating in a Dominique Holly 3-yard scoring run.